we are going to be installing serverless as a global package in our system. Now, as we can see, the process for installing serverless is something like by calling this npm module npm i-g serverless. But I already have installed serverless, therefore I'm not going to be reinstalling serverless package again in my system. The next thing that we are going to be doing is, by using serverless, we are going to be calling the serverless create command, and the serverless create command would basically help us create the serverless service. So let's see how the command would look like. We'd have to say serverless and then create, and then we have to specify the template. After that, we'd have to say the template definition, which in our case would be AWS Node.js. So once we are done with this, the serverless create command would basically be creating a serverless project into this directory, but that's not what we are looking for, because we are going to be creating this project inside a separate directory called backend. So let's first create this directory backend, and we'll navigate inside backend first. And after navigating, we are going to be calling the serverless create command here. So we'd say serverless create and then template and then AWS Node.js. As soon as I trigger this command, we will see that it will create a serverless project in a few seconds. So we have to wait for a few seconds now. Okay, so the serverless project has been created. Now let's take a look at the directory that has been created for us. The most important file here is the serverless.yaml, which is the root file for any serverless project. So we will take a look into more detail what the serverless.yaml file has. The first thing that we can see is that we have a service object, and the service object is basically named backend. Now the significance of this service object is, whenever we are going to be running the serverless.yaml file or deploying the serverless project, there would be a CloudFormation stack created by the name of backend. There is another essential thing created for us, which is the provider definition, which by our choice of template has become, as you can see, yes, the name is AWS and the runtime is Node.js. Okay, we are done with deleting the comments. The next section, which is very important for us, is the function section. Now inside functions, there is always this declaration of the name of the lambda function that we want to create. So in our case, which is hello. Now hello is basically having a handler, and the handler is actually mapped to a handler.js file, which in our case is handler.js. Now inside handler.js, there has to exist a hello function, which is basically bound to our lambda function's handler. So we'll go inside handler.js, and we can see that there is a hello function indeed present for us. Now this handler.hello, or the function definition of hello, becomes the handler's definition of our AWS lambda function. Therefore, if we are going to be deploying our function or deploying our serverless.yaml file or the whole stack, we can see that there would be one AWS lambda function created for us, and that lambda function's definition is going to be the same as we have inside our hello function. So we'll go ahead and create the API gateway in the next section.